if you voted for Biden, you need to seriously realize the mistake you made and own up to that mistake and join the fight for freedom, because this is starting to get really ridiculous with what's happening right now with they're basically turning this into a socialist communist country. Slowly but surely all of your rights are disappearing, and liberties and freedoms and the Constitution, it's like they're wiping their ass with it. This guy goes out there and talks about he's going to use his power, his individual power, to mandate vaccines for all employees, all companies with 100 employees. Why the fuck did I lose my job? There's maybe 20 people tops at the company I worked for. We're not a nationwide company. We cover the 5 boroughs, Westchester, parts of New Jersey, and some on Long Island. And why did I have to voluntarily resign from my job? Why is the United States Postal Service exempt from this mandatory vaccine? There's something deeper going on here. If you can't see that we are slowly turning into a communist country, you need to go get your eyes examined, because you are fucking blind. Period. And all the people, I told everybody this. I mean, as soon as they picked Joe Biden as the best choice they can make for the Democratic Party's candidate for presidency, I was like, wow, that's the best you can do? A babbling fool who's been babbling away even when he was the vice president? He's just an idiot. He says the dumbest things in the world. He really doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He can't even read off a teleprompter without messing it up, and that's the best they can do. That shows you what they're doing. They're scraping the bottom of that barrel. Meanwhile, we had a great president that just made everything was great. My 401k was making money without me even investing $1 into it. I got a new car in 2013. I had to cut funds into my 401k because my credit was messed up at the time, and I had to make big car payments. And anyway, I stopped putting money in. I mean, holy shit, I was making money like left and right on my 401k without me putting $1 into it, because of from 2016 when he entered office until just about when he left, my 401k was making lots of money. And then this boob gets in office, and sure enough, it just kind of stifles itself. It's like, so what the hell happened? You know, how come it stopped making money? Then I started putting money back into it. And then I'm just, because I forgot all about it, to tell you the truth. And then it's like, you know, you get the statement and you look at it and you're like, oh, look at that. And then you put it away and you forget about it, you know. And I was like, oh, you know what, I better start putting some money back into it. But anyway, I mean, it's just like, we had a great president, and you people listened to the news and you got fooled. You listened to the mainstream media that he said mean things to. He hurt their little feelings. He called them fake news. They are fake news. Jim Acosta and Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo with his stupid looking face and his hypocrisy, where he calls a guy an idiot for not making a mask mandate in his restaurant, but then he gets caught in a nightclub without a mask, dancing like a clown boy, while his brother has to hang his head in shame and leave office. Oh, Jesus. Now, we had a great president, and for some reason, people believe the news, and they decided that he wasn't a great president. His foreign policy was great. Everything in America was really getting to a point where it was like, wow, we're an independent country. We don't depend on foreign oil. We don't depend on anything from other countries. We're a great country now. We're completely independent, and none of the other countries are going to dare tread on us. And now, we're like a fucking doormat to the rest of the world. We're a doormat. And then, of course, we spread our spineless garbage all over the world. You go to Australia, they were having protests for a dead criminal named George Kirby. You know his name. I'm just going to call him what Nancy Pelosi called him, George Kirby. He's a criminal, a drug addict, a loser that karma caught up to. And, yeah. I mean, you go to Australia, you got a woman talking about, no, I wouldn't go to lockdown protest because that's, I don't spread COVID. That's wrong. We got to have lockdowns. And I will not protest it. Did you protest with BLM? At the BLM rallies in Australia? Of course I did. The guy says, you see a difference in the coach? She says, of course I do, obviously. It's like, what? What? Did you really just say that? Did you say there's a difference between a BLM protest that you could attend because it's not a super spreader event as opposed to a lockdown protest? So this way you can help gain your freedom back? And she said, of course there's a difference. This is how fucking stupid people are. This is the new world we live in. The education system in the free places, the free parts of the world. They succeeded. They turned everybody into a bunch of bumbling dummies that just believe this shit. And while places like Russia and China and North Korea build up their people and build their armies into strong, unkillable machines, we promote an army that fights so two women can get married. I joined the army so my two moms can get married. Yeah, that's why you joined the army, really? Meanwhile, the president you have right now, that you voted for, I didn't vote for this, and if I hear anybody actually say in front of me, I voted for Biden, but I didn't vote for this, I'm going to slap him in the mouth. I'm going to say you did vote for this. I tried to warn you back in September of 2020 about this. I tried to warn you when they first picked him about this, but you didn't want to hear me because you didn't do your research. I did my research. I know all about this guy's past. I know that he's a racist piece of shit. I know that he really, truly hates minorities. I know that his foreign policy is terrible. I know that he wrote the crime bill in '94 that locked up tons of minorities for long periods of time for minor drug and other offenses. I know that he was caught plagiarizing. He was caught plagiarizing himself when he ran for president twice in the past and lost. I bet you didn't vote for him then, huh? All you older clowns that voted for this guy, I bet you didn't vote for him when he ran for president 2 times in the past, though, huh? I can guarantee you didn't. I can also guarantee that you didn't know he gave the eulogy at Robert Byrd's funeral. You know, the Grand Wizard and the KKK. I bet you didn't know that, did you? I bet you didn't know that he was trained by James Eastland. I bet you didn't know that him and Strom Thurmond used to work together. There's a known segregationist. I made other videos on this. These are people that said black people should be beaten in the streets with sticks. Yep. This is the guy you voted for because you believe that he cares about gay people, right? He cares about gay people's rights. He cares so much that he said, no, Barack or myself do not agree with gay marriage. Marriage is between a man and a woman. Fast forward. Of course I believe gay people should get married. Gay people have rights just like everybody else. Trump was the biggest advocate for gay people's rights. But you don't know that because the media never told you that. And you don't know how to do your own research. He gave the eulogy for Robert Byrd, a grand wizard in the Ku Klux Klan. But you don't know that because you don't know how to do research. I did research and I tried to spread the message to people. And there's a lot of other people that tried to spread the word to all you freaking liberals. And you just didn't want to hear it. You didn't want to hear it. Now look at the mess we're in. We got this guy making people give up their jobs and their livelihood and losing their jobs because they're getting fired because they refuse to give up their right to choose. I'm one of them. Fuck you. I'm not giving up my rights. Ain't gonna happen. I'm dying on this hill. You got that right. I'm dying on this hill. I'll make another video later. It's 6:30 in the morning right now. I woke up. I'm pissed. And I had a hard time sleeping because of everything I'm hearing. And just watching this moron on a podium talk about his authority. His authority. You gotta wonder who's actually pulling the strings here. A bunch of very far left-leaning radicals. I don't know how anybody can actually appreciate anything this guy says. I never understood how anybody could look at this guy and say, wow, yeah, he's a great guy. And how you could look at Trump and say, wow, Trump is a racist. And the thing that pisses me off the most, the thing that really pisses me off, is that anybody that is pro-Trump that tries to talk, these left-wing idiots scream and holler and throw stuff, and there's no talking to them. Like, you can watch Charlie Kirk, and they never let him get a word out. I mean, he eventually gets the words out, but people scream over him, they argue with him, they try to make themselves, I think what they're doing is they're trying to convince themselves that they're right, and they know they're not right. They know they're dead fucking wrong. People like Tucker Carlson being confronted in a fly fishing store. I mean, come on, really? Really? I watched that idiot in his plaid shirt confront Tucker Carlson in the fishing store, and he's telling him how dangerous it is and all the American lives he's put in jeopardy. And it's like, what the fuck are you watching? What news are you watching that you would actually say that to this guy? I've watched Tucker Carlson for years, and I swear I've never heard him say anything that would put American lives in jeopardy or anything like that. It's like, oh, I see, because he leans to the right and he backs Trump and he's a conservative, that makes him wrong, and he doesn't go with your radical ideology of, for some reason, backing a geriatric boob who has no clue what the hell he's talking about. I guess Tucker Carlson, that makes him a radical, and it makes him the igniter of World War III. No, the idiot that's in the office right now, he's going to ignite World War III. We have China with an act of war placing naval ships in U.S. waters. that is considered an act of war. Russia has already said, Vladimir Putin has already said, he's preparing for war with the West. That would be us. Get ready, folks. I'm telling you, I said it before and I'll say it again. Just like I told you about everything this idiot was going to mess up, World War III is coming. Be prepared. I'm getting prepared. I'm almost there, baby. I'm getting my body prepared. I'm getting my mind prepared. And I'm getting everything prepared for what's coming. And just remember these words. I told you so. I told you so. Along with everybody else that said the same damn thing. The Tyler Zeds, the Liberal Hivemind, the Tucker Carlsons, the Bill O'Reillys, all of these people, I told you so. Do yourself a big favor. Start watching conservative news channels and YouTube channels that promote a healthy America and point out the hypocrisy of this idiot that you voted in. Anyway, take a shower and figure out what the hell I'm doing today. Peace to all the good people. To the evil scum and all the people that still believe Biden's doing a great job. That's for you.